got it.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to MANIACITV, man. Today, we got another installment of lyrics that really happened, but we got the Bronx edition, man. Now, listen, we checked out a number of Chicago drill lyrics. We checked out Jacksonville drill lyrics. I'm pretty sure we probably even checked out Brooklyn drill lyrics, man. But now we in the Bronx, man. Now, listen, you know, the Bronx making a lot of noise right now. K-Flock, B-Love, D-Thang. A ton of people that y'all been messaging me on Instagram to check out, man. Bronx making a lot of noise out there. We ain't doing no more talking, man. Shout out Hip Hop Daily. Let's get it.
The Chicago drill wave has spread all over the US and has now made its way to the Bronx. Just like Sha Ek, Bronx rappers talk about real life situations going down in the streets in their music.
They don't
Let's
care.
take a look at some Bronx drill lyrics that really happened. It's a whole lot of ops I can smoke, but I'd rather smoke Delilah. Sha Ek, D&D. Sha Ek is a Bronx rapper from the OGs. He's known for songs like RPTK, Call Me a Rapper.
Y'all told me to get in tune with him big time. Y'all said he was the one that really started the movement in the Bronx right now.
K is a Bronx rapper from the OGs. He's known for songs like RPTK, Call Me a Rapper, and Jiggy Man This, Jiggy Man That. He started rapping in 2020 and has dropped 2 albums, Jiggy on Jiggy and Get Jiggy or Die Trying. In this bar, Sha Ek is taking shots at rapper D-Thang by dissing one of his dead homies. D-Thang is from the YGs, who are known to beef with the OGs. Just like the GDs and BDs from Chicago, the OGs and YGs used to be part of the same gang. But one of the YGs leaders double-crossed some other high-ranking members, so they split and formed their own gang, the OGs, and the 2 gangs been beefing ever since. Also like Chicago drill, rappers from the Bronx rap about smoking dead ops to disrespect their enemies. In this bar, Sha is talking about a girl named Delilah who was a close friend of D-Thang and was killed back in March. Delilah was shot in the head in an abandoned apartment on Hull Ave in the Norwood neighborhood, about 10 blocks from where she grew up. Witnesses said after the shooting, a gun was tossed out of the window and several people, all believed to be blood members, exited the building.
Wow.
Police got there just after 10 p.m. and rushed Delilah to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. The cops said the apartment building near East Gun Hill Road was a spot where gang members hung out. Delilah wasn't affiliated with any gangs, but she knew several members, including D-Thang. Police arrested multiple people who were inside the building and brought them in for questioning, but the killer's still on the run. So in this bar, Sha Ek is dissing the op by taking shots at one of his dead friends. But the YGs ain't just take the—
It's crazy, you know, it's deep in the beef when, I'm sorry, but it's like when you into it with somebody, usually women and children are off limits. But you know it's deep and it's personal when women and children, especially her being not affiliated with anything. Like, come on now. That's how you know this shit personal as hell. That's crazy.
Thing. Police arrested multiple people who were inside the building and brought them in for questioning, but the killer's still on the run. So in this bar, Sha Ek is dissing the op by taking shots at one of his dead friends. But the YGs ain't just take the disrespect and got even in both the streets and the booth. Jiggy Man got shot and he should have died. Wedgie Man. In this bar, D-Thang sending shots back at Sha Ek. One of Sha Ek's nicknames is Jiggy Man. One of his most popular songs is called Jiggy Man This, Jiggy Man That, and both his albums refer to his nickname. So, in this bar, D-Thang suggests Sha Ek got shot for his constant dissing. Word on the streets is he got shot in 2020 by a female YG member. Sha Ek basically confirms this in the interview.
I just said, you know, usually the women, they off limits. Sometimes the women be out here sliding too. What you mean? No, damn.
Shot in 2020 by a female YG member. Sha Ek basically confirms this in the interview when the interviewer brings up the shooting and asks him whether or not it's true. Sha Ek don't confirm or deny it, but just shakes his head and smiles, telling her, if you know, you know.
Okay, cool. So it was, I don't know, it was a rumor saying that you got shot. Is that true?
If you know, you know.
She asks him if getting shot makes him want to start making diss tracks, and he just shakes his head and tells her that it motivated him.
Wouldn't that make you want to stop doing all the diss tracks, being that, you know?
I got shot?
Yeah, you don't want to put
shit.
yourself at the risk no more?
That shit motivated me. That shit.
Yeah.
That shit, for me.
When one of these niggas get shot, that don't be like, you know what, maybe y'all should chill, sit in the crib, play 2K, you know what I mean? Nah. When they get shot, that's like a boost of energy right there. That's like drinking a Monster, a 5-hour energy. They make them want to get back in the studio and be even more disrespectful.
No more.
That shit motivated me. That shit, for me. That's why I get my aggression.
That's like if a junkie took a perk. Like shit, them getting shot is like when somebody pop a perk and you know they in mode now. Shit, they getting jiggy with it and everything. Like fuck around, fuck a crackhead. Like that's what it is for them getting shot. That shit don't slow down nothing.
My aggressiveness for me.
The actual title of the track, Wedgie Man, is also dissing Sha Ek, who went viral after one of his homies gave him a wedgie while hanging out on the block.
Yo, that was him. Yo. Hey, ain't no way. Dog, I saw that video a minute ago.
The actual title of the track, Wedgie Man, is also dissing Sha Ek, who went viral after one of his...
Dog, them motherfuckers, boy, you done got a burn from that. That's a permanent mark in that, boy. I ain't know boxers could expand like that. Hell no. Wow. Oh man.
The actual title of the track.
I ain't know it was a rapper. I saw the video on TikTok. I'm like, boy, who the hell is getting dragged down the street by the trousers? What's going on?
Man is also dissing Sha Ek, who went viral after one of his homies gave him a wedgie while hanging out on the block. After that, his ops started calling him Wedgie Man instead of Jiggy Man to hurt his street cred.
Wow.
Later in the song, D-Thing raps, Wedgie Man this, Wedgie Man that. Please stop mentioning my name in y'all tracks, referencing Sha Ek's most popular song. But Sha Ek ain't the only member from the OGs to get dissed.
So who did it to him though? Like, do they know who did it? Did he get his get back? Did he, man, shit. Ain't no way you gonna give me a wedgie a whole block long, cars driving by and shit. Nah. Females in the car, you gonna give me a wedgie down the street? Nah, I'm getting my get back. What you mean?
Ek's most popular song. But Sha Ek ain't the only member from the OGs to get dissed.
That's crazy.
This next rapper dropped bars about an OG member who got stomped to death back in 2012, as well as a friend of Lil TJ who got stabbed 14 times over a bike sale.
Smelly.
Noah got stomped like Smelly got poked. Use G's, Warzone. Use G's is a rapper from the YGs. In this bar, he drops disses back to back about two dead ops, Noah and Smelly. On April 16, 2012, an OG affiliate named Moises Laura, aka Noah, was beaten to death outside the Melrose housing projects. Witnesses say a group of YG members got drunk and started arguing about who was the biggest savage in the gang. They couldn't agree on who put in the most work, so to find out, they decided to head over to the OG's territory. When they got there, they saw 16-year-old Noah Balla and attacked him. He was surrounded by a group.
Nigga, that's scary as hell. Like, niggas arguing about who got more cred. Nigga, who more cutthroat? Nah, no, nigga, I'm cutthroat. All right, bet. We going the first nigga we see when we go over there. We murking them. Like, damn. That shit crazy. These niggas is demons.
When they got there, they saw 16-year-old Noah Balla and attacked him. He was surrounded by a group and badly beaten up in front of a crowd of like 15 to 20 people.
What the fuck?
Noah suffered from blunt impact injuries to the head and neck and was rushed to the hospital, but later pronounced dead. Noah was well loved in the neighborhood, and many said he was a good kid who just ran with the wrong crowd. His brutal death was a shock to the neighborhood and intensified the beef between the OGs and the YGs.
That shit crazy.
23-year-old YG member named William Bracey, aka Rail, was later sentenced to 33 years in prison for Noah's death. But Noah ain't the only person UG's dissed. He also took shots at Smelly, one of Lil TJ's close friends. As Merlin Toribio, aka Smelly, and Lil TJ grew up together around Ryer Avenue in the Fordham neighborhood of the Bronx. On August 14, 2016, Smelly sold a dirt bike to a man named Hector Sanchez. Smelly offered to sell Sanchez the bike for $80, even though it was easily worth $300. Sanchez agreed to buy the bike and paid him the $80. But about 10 minutes later, Smelly came back with a large group and demanded back the bike. When Sanchez refused, a fight broke out and Smelly punched him multiple times. Sanchez pulled out a knife and stabbed Smelly 14 times in the chest.
Wow.
He was rushed to St. Barnabas Hospital, but already lost too much blood and died from his injuries. After that, Lil TJ's homie started going by the name Smelly Gang, and the rapper carried on his friend's legacy by shouting them out in several songs.
TJ shot him out in every song. I never knew the backstory of, you know, what exactly happened to Smelly. And I didn't know Lil TJ had smoke like that in the streets until the Talk Facts songs, when they name dropped Smelly in that too. And I'm like, they talking about TJ partner? I ain't know he had, you know, smoke like that. Like, you know, I know TJ be around them niggas, but I thought he kind of, you know, straight away from that shit. But that's crazy.
Started going by the name Smelly Gang, and the rapper carried on his friend's legacy by shouting them out in several songs. But But if you thought that was crazy, this next rapper dissed his op after he saw him in public and wasn't ready for action. Rah rah, he saw me, he ain't let it clap. K-Flock, what y'all wanna do? K-Flock is arguably the biggest buzzing Bronx drill rapper at the moment.
For sure.
He racked up millions
I
of views.
saw him and B-Love perform at Rolling Loud the other day, man.
K-Flock
They
is
doing
arguably
some shit,
the biggest
man.
buzzing Bronx drill rapper at the moment.
Yeah.
He racked up millions of views on tracks like Being Honest and Is You Ready? He also scored a feature.
Hey, y'all saw that fight with K-Flock and Ron Sumo? I'm like, man, hold on. I ain't know them niggas was into it either. That shit was crazy.
Moment. He racked up millions of views on tracks like Being Honest and Is You Ready? He also scored a feature from G Herbo on the Being Honest remix and was featured on a song with Lil TJ called Not in the Mood with Fabio Foreign.
Hit.
So K-Flock is on his way to doing big things in the industry if he can stay out of trouble. But just because he's blowing up, don't mean that he's above sending shots at the ops and his music. K-Flock is from a gang called Sevside who are known to beef with the YGs. In this bar, he's taking shots at YG member named Rod G's. K-Flock and Rod G's were known to beef on IG Live. But K-Flock says they ran into each other in public and Ra ain't want the smoke. Not long after the alleged incident, Rod G's went on live and told K-Flock to pull up, claiming he never saw him and that he was ready for whatever. Sadly, Rod G's got killed just a few weeks later while getting into an Uber. On July 11, 2021, the rapper was on his way to the studio when two men on scooters pulled up and started letting off shots. The whole thing was captured on his Uber driver's dash cam and the footage quickly went viral on social media. Just a few hours earlier, a 13-year-old member of the Rolling 80s Crips named Jerry and Elliott was murdered in the Belmont neighborhood. Rod G's had supposedly made fun of Jerry on social media, and the payback was immediate. You ran on Wuladi Get Back. K-Flock, War. In this bar, he raps about YG member Wuladi, who got killed in 2020. Wuladi grew up in the Mott Haven houses, one of the wildest projects in the Bronx.
Y'all been telling me to check him out too, Wuladi.
Get Back. K-Flock, War. In this bar, he raps about YG member Wuladi, who got killed in 2020. Wuladi grew up in the Mott Haven houses, one of the wildest projects in the Bronx. He was a well-respected member of the YGs and D-Thing's right-hand man. On April 7th, 2020, Wuladi and a few other YG members were walking through the Sugar Hill neighborhood in Harlem. They were spotted by ops who was ready for war. Around 1 a.m., in the area around 151st Street and St. Nicholas Ave, a black rental car pulled up and like 8 dudes hopped out the whip with broomsticks and butcher knives. The YGs tried to run away, but Wuladi tripped and fell. He got caught by the mob and beaten with a metal trash can and stabbed to death, all while the other YG members just ran off. So, in this bar, K-Flock is getting at them for running away and leaving a man to fend for himself. K-Flock also disses Wuladi on the track, What Y'all Wanna Do. Ran and he tripped out his shoes. Spin through the hill like What Y'all Wanna Do.
That shit crazy.
So, it seems like the YGs were looking for problems and found what they was after. But they probably ain't think they ops would slide with butcher knives and broomsticks. Wuladi's death was a major loss for the YGs, and after that, a few members pulled up to court.
Butcher knives and broomsticks, though. That shit. Like, it don't, like, most of the times niggas get guns, but that shit, that's like next level personal. Like, that's torturing a nigga. Like, fuck a bullet to kill a nigga instantly. No, they wanted to torture that nigga to death. That shit crazy as hell. These niggas is crazy. And the craziest thing is that these niggas is damn near all in high school, young as hell.
Wuladi's death was a major loss for the YGs, and after that, a few members pulled up to Cortland to let it be known they was out for blood. Not long after Wuladi's death, one of his ops, Ty Benji, went online to celebrate. Ty ended up getting chipped just a few months later, and many think it was payback for him dissing Wuladi.
Wow.
The Bronx has always been a wild place, but the drill scene is exposing fans to what's really going on in the city. Hopefully, now that the music is starting to blow up, they can put the past behind them and focus on building a legit music career. But with so much bloodshed on both sides, it's hard to see an end in sight.
And that's the thing. Like, it's like, you could say, like, yeah, you know, just like what's happening with Jacksonville, what happened with Jacksonville over the summer, all them boys blowing up like crazy. Same could be said with the Bronx, but the thing is, man, it's a lot of bloodshed. You can't just move on from the street shit and be like, oh yeah, you know, we all focused on trying to get a deal, trying to get a 7-figure deal. Like, nah, it ain't like that now. You know, yeah, you could blow it with the music shit, but you still gonna have smoke. Them niggas still talked about your ops. They still claiming that shit. You ain't gonna let that shit go. Like, that's the craziest part about this, man. We all know how this shit be ending, man. We know how this shit be ending. Look at the last decade of Chicago drill, all the people that we lost. Whether it be them 6 feet under, them in prison the rest of their life. Come on now. But we definitely need more of these, man. Bronx drill lyrics that really happen. Sevside versus YGs versus OGs from Hip Hop Daily. Link down below in the description for y'all to check it out in its entirety, uninterrupted. Y'all new to the channel, y'all rock with me on daily reaction videos. Hit that subscribe button for me till the next video. My bad, what the fuck? Till the next video, I'll see y'all then. Thank you for watching MANIACITV TV. I'm out.
I ain't gotta do too much. I swear that these niggas, they be doing too much. I ain't gotta